So, didn't work that well. Alright, back to me. I was trying to do like Alfred Hitchcock there, you know, like for those of us of a certain age, we will remember this image of this shadow, this large shadow coming out onto white, you know, and then forming the figure of Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense and horror of his time. But what we're here talking about today is independent cinema and the roles of producers, as well as the Hollywood system that we started in the last lecture. Well, what Miss asked me to do first is to preface it a little bit and give you a little bit of my own personal experience around it. Because we talk a lot about the Hollywood system, and there are some of you who may actually want to become filmmakers, but what I've known and noticed is that people don't tend to actually tell you about the job roles that it takes. So, in my experience, as you know that I'm from America and I've been making music videos and films in the States, been working on public access television, and I've been doing that here for 14 years as well. So I've actually had to catalog from my own personal experience as well as from teaching master classes on film about the key job roles in the filmmaking organization or the production company. So as you should write this down, there are 5 key roles to make any film. It all begins with the producer, which is what your course or this lesson is about. Who knows what a producer does? Because a lot of people tend to like get it twisted, but let's get your ideas. Who knows what a producer does?
There's like set the stage and that, like where people stand in that.
How does he set the stage?
Like put people where they stand in that.
The producer puts people where they
I
stand?
don't know.
No, it's a good guess.
Give money.
They give money, that's one. Right? So pretty much they're the ones who have an idea, right? They have an idea of what they want to make and what is going to make them money. But they can't actually make that idea, but they can produce that idea. So what they do is they have to hire everyone. So a producer's job role is kind of like, if you looked at the family system, you know, in the 50s idea of a family, the producer's like the dad. He's the breadwinner. You know, he goes out and he brings everything home to the family so that way they can be fed, that they can be clothed, and everybody can feel safe. That's the producer's role on set. They don't put people into their place, they make sure people are in their place. If there's a problem, they handle it, they sort it, they get things done. You know, they're the ones who got to make sure that everything runs on time and to the point, because they're paying for it. Or they find the financiers to pay for it. So, in like that, the breadwinner, when dad brings home the money, that's kind of like the producer. So the producer has an idea. So then he goes, well, I can't write, you know, and throw out an idea. Let's do this as a quick exercise. Throw out an idea. What's an idea for a film? Anything. Any idea running in your heads. An idea for a film. Okay, so you want to make a horror film, Jack. What kind of horror film you want to make?
Like a scary book.
Right, so it has to be scary.
So like you can throw it like, you could have a ghost.
A ghost. Okay, so you want to make a scary horror film about a ghost. But so now Jack is our producer. He wants to make a scary horror film about a ghost. As you can see, it took him a while to figure that out. So what's the first thing he needs? Very good, Jack. So now, as a producer, he has to hire second important person, which is the writer, right? So Jack says to the writer, hey, look, Blandy, right? I heard you're a good writer, right? I want to make a horror film that's scary, right? And everything like that. And it's about a ghost. Can you give me an idea of what we could do? So just kind of like anything, like what would the ghost do? What would happen? Give me any kind of idea.
Poltergeist, they could disturb whoever's living in like a certain house.
Okay, so satisfies you, Mr. Producer?
Yeah.
All right, so now your writer says, all right, I'll go away and I'll write a 90-page script about a poltergeist, right? Scary house, all these shenanigans, that's great. You want it, that's beautiful. Now, what do you need? Director. Excellent, Michael. So yes. Now, the third important person, you need a director to make the idea happen. Right? So Jack hires Blandy, then he hires Michael to direct his poltergeist film. So then Michael says, I need what to make a poltergeist film?
X-ray.
What?
X-ray.
Crew, yes, right?
Set.
Set, yes.
Like,
Actors be nice. I know it's a ghost and all, right? So I need all those elements. So that's what Michael says. Like a tantrumless child in the family system, Mike says, I want what I want when I want it. As a director, give it to me. It's your job as my producer to give me everything I want. You want a poltergeist, you want a scary film about a house, and this is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need a crew, I'm going to need cameras, I'm going to need cameras that run under the floorboards, I'm going to need houses that shake, I'm going to need all of those different elements. Now, Michael has made your film as a producer. Now what? Say that again? Editor. So now you need an editor. And what happens in the Hollywood system, right? Back in the RKO days, MGM, there were big, powerful producers. You know, there was like Daryl Zanuck and Lou Wasserman, and you're going to hear stuff about them when we look at the video clips. But what they did was, they did what? They hired Blandy to write, right? They hired Michael to direct, but whose idea was it?
the producers.
Who couldn't do the actual physical job. So what they do is, they thank you, here's your money, think, here's your money, that. Now they bring in their editor, James, and they sit in the edit suite with James and they edit the film. And that is how the Hollywood system works. Right? Producer kicked to the curb, director kicked to the curb, editor and the producer now makes the film, and then when they go and they sell the film and they get their awards, who gets the award for best film? If anybody watches the Academy Awards? The producer. And that is why. It's his idea. You may be the most creative guy in the world. You may be the coolest writer who got all these fantastic words, but I paid you. And I paid you. But I, as a producer, did all the work. So out of those 4 key roles, right, we have the producer, the writer, the director, and the editor.